And now for our next news special report.
Bill Maher has dropped a bombshell that's shaking the foundation of our political system. How can Biden be leading in national polls when he's hemorrhaging support from key voter blocs? Something doesn't add up, and Bill Maher is not afraid to call it out. Is this a massive cover-up by the mainstream media? Are we being fed a false narrative? Stay tuned for this special report that will make you question everything you thought you knew about the upcoming election, and you won't believe our final thought. Now, folks, before we dive deeper into this political bombshell, let's talk about another shocking revelation. Just like these poll numbers, AC bills are skyrocketing, leaving millions of Americans in the heat, but there is a cool solution that is as refreshing as uncovering the truth. Introducing the Easy Summer Cool, a mini AC unit that'll have you feeling as chill as Bill Maher exposing media manipulation. It'll slash your bills faster than Biden's dropping poll numbers, so don't let the powers that be leave you sweating. Visit EasySummerCool.com or click the link below for up to 60% off today. Now, let's get back to unraveling this polling mystery. Bill Maher, known for his sharp wit and no-holds-barred approach, has set off a firestorm with his recent comments on Biden's puzzling poll numbers. The political commentator isn't pulling any punches as he's asking the questions many Americans are thinking, but few are brave enough to voice. So let's break it down. Biden's support is crumbling faster than a house of cards in a hurricane. We're talking a 14-point nosedive among Hispanic voters and a jaw-dropping 43-point plunge with black voters under 50, and a significant loss of backing from student debt holders and women. These aren't just numbers, folks. These are seismic shifts in voter allegiance that should have Biden's team in panic mode. Now, let's watch.
45% of Hispanic voters prefer Biden compared to 39% for Trump. Last time he won, 59%. That was 2020. So he's lost 14 points there. He went to Morehouse. He said, what is democracy if you have to be 10 times better than anyone else to get a fair shot? That seemed like pandering to me. Black voters under 50. He led by 80 points in 2020, now by 37, still a lot, but he's lost 43 points off the key constituency. Student loans. He's forgiven $144 billion in student loans. Only 36% of student debt holders like it. I mean, if you can't win the people you're pandering to, I mean, I get it. Politics is somewhat about pandering. That's not even an insult. You're supposed to do what people want to a certain degree, also be a leader. But if you're not winning these groups, and he's lost 8% off women since 2020, and yet I read in the polls, he pulled ahead this week. Explain that to me.
Yeah, explain it. So here's where it gets interesting. Despite this free fall in support, we're being told that Biden is somehow pulling ahead of Trump in national polls. It doesn't take a math genius to see that something doesn't add up here. And Bill Maher hit the nail on the head when he asked, explain it to me. The mainstream media wants us to believe that Biden's climbing the polls like Spider-Man scaling a skyscraper. But let's face it, with these numbers, he's more like a lead balloon. They're feeding us a narrative that doesn't match reality, and it's time we call them out on it. And he didn't stop there. He pointed out Biden's failed attempts at pandering to key voter blocs. The president's visit to Morehouse, his $144 billion in student loan forgiveness, none of it seems to be moving the needle. In fact, it might be backfiring. Only 36% of student debt holders approve of his actions. So talk about a swing and a miss. But here's the kicker. Bill Maher suggests that the Democrats' approach to identity politics is actually backfiring. He argues that by trying so hard to be unracist, they're inadvertently being racist. They're not seeing Latinos as Americans who care about issues like border security. It's a wake-up call that the Democrats desperately need to hear. Meanwhile, Trump's out there promising to eliminate taxes on tips and seeing his support surge. It's a stark contrast to Biden's floundering attempts to connect with voters. So, what is really going on here? Are we witnessing a massive cover-up by the mainstream media? Are they manipulating poll data to paint a rosier picture of Biden? Or is there something even more sinister at play? These are the questions that we need to be asking. We can't afford to be complacent or blindly accept what we're being told. Our republic hangs in the balance, and it is up to us to demand transparency and truth. If you got value from this report, tap subscribe. My final thought is next. America, we are at a crossroads. This isn't just about poll numbers or political parties. It's about the integrity of our electoral process and the trust we place in our institutions. If we can't rely on honest reporting and accurate polls, how can we make informed decisions? It's up to us to question, to dig deeper, and to demand the truth, because our republic depends on an informed citizenry. So don't let anyone pull the wool over your eyes. Stay vigilant, stay informed, and let's fight for transparency together.
Congratulations, you made it to the end of the video. Now keep up your quest for truth with this next news report. And if you found our channel enlightening, join the millions who agree with you. Tap subscribe. Thank you for watching the Next News Network.